Yeah, and then and at some point, Steve Rude joins us, and now
Oh
we're
man.
talking comic book theory, with Jim Steranko and Steve Rude. It's
Hmm.
like, once again, I'm like, hey, look at me, I'm here with So it was, the feeling, I can see.
Excelsior!
All right, I'm good. You guys have any? You guys talk, please. Carrie or Drew.
Well,
He answers too much. You guys think of something.
from your perspective, Paul, what actually makes a good Comic Con?
Accessibility. The just everybody. When these early shows, they were at the hotels in New York or Detroit
Hmm.
or the city they were in, and there was there was no pretension to them. Everybody was just there. It didn't, Gardner Fox and Joe Kubert and Frank Frazetta and whoever were available. You just had to walk up to them. I was too nerdy that first year too scared to walk up to Gardner Fox or whatever or Steranko. With much to my regret. Although I did have other great experiences. I
Right.
was online to get a book the autobiography of Kirk Alyn, who was the actor who played Superman in the movie
Right.
series in the 40s.
Hmm.
And as I'm waiting online, I turned around and the guy behind me was, a grown up in a suit and tie, but he was the host of a kids show in New York. Bob McAllister, who was the host of Wonderama.
Oh,
So I was like, and suddenly I'm talking like, I'm 16, 17 years old, 16 years
mhm.
old, and I've never been out of Brooklyn practically. So
Right.
suddenly I'm talking to this guy from my TV show, and then by the time we get up to Kirk Alyn, McAllister introduces me as my pal Paul, and so I'm standing there talking with these two Hollywood showbiz people, and it's like over my head, but I'm just
Right.
overwhelmed because it's like, wow, this is cool. I
Yeah.
think if you can go to a convention and have that feeling, it's like,
Absolutely.
man, that's the best. That's just
No.
and I still get it. I mean, 20 I think it was 2014, there was
Hmm.
a East Coast Comic Con, and
Okay.
I had, again, I had never met Steranko. Big fan of his stuff, loved, I was around for his when his comics were new. So,
Right.
I was buying them off the stand and seeing this stuff firsthand. And uh I mentioned to, I think it was Alex Simmons, somebody has, Steranko was there, and he had a big display of all his shadow paintings and stuff. And I said to Alex, I never met Steranko, and he said, "Oh yeah, come on, come on." And he takes me over. Alex and Jim are friends, and he introduces us. And then I'm standing there for the next 20 minutes talking about comics and being told I'm wrong about everything by Jim Steranko.
Yeah, it sounds like Steranko.
Yeah, and then and at some point, Steve Rude joins us, and now
Oh
we're
man.
talking comic book theory, with Jim Steranko and Steve Rude. It's
Hmm.
like, once again, I'm like, hey, look at me, I'm here with So it was, the feeling, I can see.
Yeah. Yeah. I, I've met quite a few good friends of mine just by standing in line to meet a creator. So,
Yeah,
you can't, like you said, you can't underestimate that line friend because you never know.
well,
That could end up being, you end up being a friend that, I think that's two terrific cons in a row. I've met good friends of mine who I'm still friends with just
mhm.
because we were standing online. I remember one of them, I was just standing online to meet Denny O'Neill, and I just started talking to this guy who's Canadian. He drove down from Canada, and I got to know him. By the end of the time, we were friends, and we had dinner, and I'm still friends with him to this day. I know him and his family pretty well, and I see him every once in a while, and it's great. Like you said, that's you never know.
You
So
know,
yeah,
I made friends. I made friends in comic book and fandom. In 1968 that I'm still friends with.
right.
Paul that I met in middle school,
Oh wow.
and ever
Wow.
since.
That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's Paul. You don't know Paul. It's not that awesome. But
No, I've taken one of Paul's classes. I know that's pretty
okay,
awesome.
no, he's a good guy. He really
Oh,
is.
he's great.
You know,
Great teacher.
I had a good partner on the journey. You know, to get here.
Yeah.
Excelsior!